Alright, today we're going to have some fun with Netcat. We're going to use it to hack a Linux machine from Windows and a Windows machine from Linux. Let's start by hacking Linux from Windows. The first thing I want to do is to create a script which we can consider a sort of proof of concept that opens up the back door on port 1234 by launching a bash shell. Of course, we need to assign our script execute permissions, and that's why I'm running this command here. Now we should be ready to run our script, and that's the command for it. Snap! Looks like I made a mistake here and I need to correct the script because I misspelled the nc command. I wrote lc, like you can see. Okay. Hopefully now we should be good to go. Alright, so the script opens up the 1234 port waiting for a connection. Okay, we're good to go. Now moving to the Windows machine, you notice I can't run with Linux commands here because Windows doesn't recognize them. I should be able anyway to launch Netcat, but I had to install it separately because it wasn't included in my Windows configuration. Now I can launch Netcat from Windows to my Linux machine, and I should have a connection. In fact, if you go and see in Kali Linux, I have a connection to my Linux machine from my Windows machine. You'll notice I'm root, and that's why you shouldn't log as root user on physical Linux machines. And now, thanks to Python, I can have an interactive shell as well, because I didn't have any prompt. And now I do have one. So I can now successfully run Linux commands on a Windows machine. I can list directories, like you see here. And my identity is root, so I'm pretty much good to go. I found the machine. So in fact, if I notice, my present working directory is root, so I'm pretty good to go. Another thing we can do is create a file called hacked, just out of fun, on the Kali Linux machine. In fact, if we now go to the Kali Linux machine and we run ls on the root directory, you'll see that that file called hacked.txt is right there. So we have total control of a Linux machine from this Windows shell here. Pretty awesome. Another thing we can do is to check the etc shadow file that contains all the passwords, so we can dump all the password hashes and crack them with a software such as Kane in Windows. So pretty much we can do what we want to this Linux machine. And now I want to show you the script I use for this purpose, which is pretty much a proof of concept, because it should be embedded in something else that looks legit. But that's pretty much what it does. Let's now do the opposite. That is, let's now hack Windows from Linux. We'll do something really similar to the previous one, but this time, instead of launching a bash shell, we launch a command prompt while opening up the 1234 port, listening for a connection. Okay, looks like I had the script already, but I'm going to override the one I had before just to make sure. And if we now launch the batch script, you'll notice we have a connection here, and the port is open waiting for something else to connect from the other end, in this case my Linux machine. So now you see on the Linux machine that I have a command prompt and I can run Windows commands. I can check my IP configuration and my username is Matt, as you can see. So I pretty much pawned the Windows machine from Linux. So I did the opposite of what I did before. And that's pretty much it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Have a good one. Bye bye.